Have you?
I what?
I was gonna say, have you been keeping up with Canada's Drag Race?
Holy crap. I'm not as excited as usual, I suppose.
Really?
But I'm enjoying the energy.
See, I was like thinking, like I was like ranking the seasons in my head. They're not done yet, but like of the 3 seasons of Canada we've had, I think I like this cast the best.
Yeah?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I know, but you're not the first person to not say that. I was just like talking to friends today, and they think this is their least favorite cast, but I think I like this cast the best.
It's it's the least I thought it would be the least exciting. And at first it felt the least exciting. But there is just something very like Canadian content about this cast, you know?
I agree, and I think that's intentional. I
Yes.
I suspect, like, okay, they've been. I mean, you keep up in the drag zeitgeist. Like Jimbo has transcended Canada's Drag Race. That this is a fact.
Yeah.
Priyanka is not quite there, but I feel like she's close. Rita Baga has also translated transcended across
Yes.
drag series. She's going to be in the next series, Canada versus the World. So some of our bitches are going international, and I feel like some of the queens this season, they've specifically cast them for that reason. Like I feel like Giselle Lullaby is insanely marketable, and
Hmm.
I think Bombay is too.
Oh yeah.
Like I think
Bombay is like, sorry, Priyanka, but like the better Priyanka.
in a way,
The
like
funner.
I feel like Priyanka has better runways, but like like okay, you know when you're watching the show and they do like the interviews with the cast like between scenes, Bombay almost felt like the narrator of the season. Like
Yeah.
she's so charismatic and like you're following every word she says. Like I feel like they struck gold with Bombay and a little bit
Oh
with
yeah.
Giselle too.
Yeah.
So I feel
And
like that's intentional, is what I'm saying.
yeah, I totally agree. And
Yeah.
I am excited and kind of like like allowing myself to be excited. I feel like part of the not being excited for Canada's Drag Race was Drag Race fatigue.
I agree, girl. There's like 2 weeks between seasons. It's like, oh, we're watching another season of Drag Race. It's like,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, and then there's like my sister discovered like Secret Celebrity Drag Race, which is now a full-fledged fucking game show, and I'm like, oh my god, what
And
am
Drag Race Philippines just
oh
started, and like, there's a lot going on, girl.
yeah,
There's a
yeah.
lot going on.
I will say though that I didn't think this would happen, but is it Drag Race France?
I think you told me you didn't like it.
Yeah, with Nikki Doll. I was like, this is boring. Click.
Okay.
Yep.
Good to know. So you know what? I hate to say this. This feels very like Western centralized, but I've only been sticking with Canada, US, UK, and I actually have been watching Down Under this year, and I like it a little better than the first season. I swore up and down that I wouldn't watch any more Drag Race Australia, but I am watching season 2 and
Yeah.
kind of enjoying it.
Okay. Um, hello. Hello.
Hello, hey,
Hey.
hey.
Welcome to the Full Volume Podcast.
Yes, mama.
Bitches are back. Not that not that Josh isn't one of the best bitches. We did the I Am Groot shorts last week.
Yeah, I noticed I haven't it's queued up on my my Spotify, but I haven't listened to it yet.
Uh,
But I'm glad that you guys persevere because I've been a little indisposed the last 4 weeks or so, Belgium. So stay with me. I'm sorry. She's back.
She's here, and now the fan base has actually moved to Colombia.
Oh,
It's
that's
probably
right.
yeah, it's probably somewhere different now that I'm neglecting because I haven't been looking at the analytics as
Circling in
closely.
on Botswana. I don't know.
Lots of She-Hulk fans there. Okay, hello, welcome to the Full Volume Podcast.
Yes, mama.
I am sitting here with Harvey Brent.
That's me.
Over
Welcome.
here. Yeah.
Who better than a comeback? Who loves a comeback more than you, more than I?
Yeah. And
The
yeah.
Lindsay Lohan of the comic book podcast world, Harvey Brent.
And I am G.I. Jolie. And today we make our glorious return to the airwaves and video waves if you're watching on YouTube to talk about the newest Marvel Disney Plus show,
She-Hulk,
She-Hulk.
attorney at law.
I think before we got started last time, we decided, hey, if if viewers and listeners are listening to an after show podcast, we probably don't have to recount the whole episode.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like, does anybody actually care if we recount it? Because let's be honest, half of it's like from our brains, half of it's from Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Um, at times, I guess it.
75% of it's from Wikipedia.
Guess who writes those entries? Not us.
Ooh,
We
okay.
don't.
Uh,
But I
mm,
mean, like, I guess sometimes it does guide what we talk about in some
mhm,
ways.
mm.
But I mean, yeah, if you're listening to this, you've probably watched episode 1 of She-Hulk Attorney at Law called A Normal Amount of Rage. What's the tea? What's your vibe so far, GI?
I don't hate it. I don't
I'm with
hate
you.
it.
I'm
Okay.
with you.
I, like everyone, was scared about the CG, which turned out to be better.
Fine. Yeah. I'm okay.
Fine, even. Um,
It's not
however,
offensive. Well, hold
oh,
on. Oh, I already got a point.
however, I don't love it. Continue.
She-Hulk looks fine. However, in episode 1, you guys will remember she is in Mexico with Bruce Banner and they're doing their whole training montage and stuff. And then she drives away in a Jeep. The Jeep has mud on it, and the mud makeup slash I don't know if it's CGI or if it's actual makeup on the Jeep looks extremely fabricated. Like there's like mud outlines of like the Jeep driving in dirt, and it looks very weird, very out of place.
Ooh,
But I don't know if it's CG or if it's makeup.
who
So,
knows?
but I mean,
Not, yeah,
other
not
than that,
unclockable.
yeah, nobody clocked her 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 blending. But it looked. Other than that, though, the special effects were fine. I apologize. Continue.
Uh,
You don't
it's
hate
an
it.
No, I don't. And it's an origin episode, so you kind of have to like take it with a grain of salt. You're not going to get a lot of attorney. You're just going to get a whole lot of how did she become the Hulk? And I guess it's really easy. They get into a car accident, which okay, they get into a car accident and their blood mixes. Cool. It shit gets green. Shit gets green.
Shit gets green.
And very quickly Bruce is like, there's like kind of a couple instances where she's awake, she's not green, she's awake and she is green, and then she's suddenly in Mexico.
Hmm.
Bruce has taken her to a place that Tony Stark created uh, in order to help Bruce get Smart Hulk under wraps, which is something that we did not see, right, in the films.
Yeah, they kind of just glossed over that. It's no
Yeah,
longer like just feral beast Hulk, inconsolable Hulk. Um,
yeah.
what's your vibe on that?
The vibe is I like a good Easter egg. The whole
Hmm.
time Bruce is just like dropping Easter eggs everywhere. He's like, she's like, sorry. So Jen is like, so what were we attacked by? He's like, oh, it's a Sicarian uh, ship.
Alien ship. Yeah.
When you're a Hulk, you kind of attract unwanted attention. I was like, oh, okay. Are they going to talk about Planet Hulk, where he like is on the planet Sakaar and he's a he becomes this fighting champion, but he also has a freaking whole family of Hulks.
Mm.
Was that World War Hulk? God, I can't remember. All of the Hulk in the from the early 2000s is like blending together for me. So it's like they're trying to give you okay,
I think I read something online that it was actually from Planet Hulk.
that's it, Planet Hulk.
Okay.
Planet Hulk. So they're trying to give us a Hulk moment in the first episode of She-Hulk.
I know. But like, yeah,
Little
Hulk serves
girl.
an yeah. So like, okay, here's where I am too. I'm gonna pause a second and say I don't hate this show either. I did
Mhm.
have fun with it, but there's also some things that I don't know how I feel about.
Okay. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
like this could go. I'm gonna let it play out for this season and see how it feels. But so far, and I know she does this in the comics. I don't know how I feel about breaking the fourth wall. Yeah,
I know.
but also like, am I being sexist for saying that? Because like Deadpool's gonna do that. So like, what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I so far maybe I just need to see it play out.
Yeah.
But Hulk serves an interesting role. He's a huge part of this first episode, which maybe the intent is to draw the viewer in and make them care about She-Hulk, which sounds kind of mean and misogynist, but it's also introducing to the world and the rules of Hulk and Hulkisms, and I understand that. So there's a lot of exposition that Hulk Bruce Banner brings into this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he serves an interesting role. That's all. Like, I don't know how I feel about him in this first episode. I guess he does the job, which is,
Yeah.
he needs to be there. I hope they don't rely on him too much throughout the series. Because this, by the way, this season is 9 episodes, which I'm surprised because I thought it was going to be 6.
Yeah.
So it's 9.
Yes. I feel like I hope that they don't rely on him too much. He right now is kind of playing like the Sherpa role.
Yes.
However, um,
Which is kind of new territory for him.
yeah. And I don't get me wrong, I love Mark Ruffalo and I want to
Me
see
too.
more of him.
Love him.
But if you were going to give us Mark Ruffalo, why not just give us a Hulk series? Like fuck off.
But also too, I felt like you said he's kind of taken the Sherpa role, which I agree with. But I also feel like a lot of those scenes at his base in Mexico were almost told from his perspective rather than it was more about Jen reacting to him rather than
Hmm.
like it being told from her perspective. Like I just felt
Yeah.
I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and it became a Hulk show, a little bit of a
Yeah,
Hulk show, and
it was a
it was
little unfocused,
yes. Um,
but I enjoyed
how
it. I had
yeah.
fun.
So, and do you know what? The only problem it seems like that we have with that point of view is during the training montage, because and it only does actually. I mean, if we can put a silver lining on it, it only does happen during that small period, because when she goes back
Hmm.
to
New
attorney at
York.
law.
Where is it? New York or California? I can't remember where she. Oh God, how do I not know
Hmm.
this?
I feel like it's New York. It's always New York. Every Avenger is in New York. Maybe it is California.
I don't think it is New York.
Oh,
Where does She-Hulk take place?
Maine, Baltimore.
It's Los Angeles.
Oh, cool, cute.
Well, hold on, that's the comic.
Oh,
Shit. For some reason I felt like I read though before that it takes place. Oh, the show takes place in LA. Okay, there we go. This is
okay.
from thedirect.com.
Oh, thank you, the direct. So, when it cuts back to the Jennifer attorney at law stuff, it's actually like pretty neat. I really like Tatiana Maslany.
From the 45 seconds we saw her.
From the 45 seconds that we saw her, yes. I think she's a great actress.
Oh no, sorry. I'm thinking of Jamila Jamil. What am I
Oh
doing?
shit, dude, I love
I
Jamila
thought
Jamil too. Who
I
doesn't
thought you
want
said
to?
I thought you said Titania, but you said Tatiana, who is I'm sorry. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
sorry. Yeah. Do you know what? I agree. I love them both, but
Yeah.
Tatiana Maslany is a phenomenal actor. I cannot believe if you have not seen Orphan Black. I haven't seen all of Orphan Black. I've only seen like the first 4 or 5 episodes of the first season, and she is like, she's a superstar, and she's Canadian. What's with
Is
all these?
she?
Yeah, what's with all these Canadians just kind of like filling the ranks at Marvel?
Who else is filling the ranks at Marvel right now that I don't even
Ms. Marvel.
Oh my god, Tatiana's from Regina, Saskatchewan.
Yeah, super talented Canadians, just kind of
Wow.
killing it.
And then I guess she moved to Toronto. Yep. And then I assume she went to the US because that's what they all do.
Yeah. And the only reason why I know is because back when I was doing photography, she was at this my first Canadian Screen Awards, and I was like, "Oh wow, I love her name. That's great." And they were talking about how she had been nominated for Orphan Black, and I was like, "What's Orphan Black?" And then I
Mm.
watched it, and I watched her play like 6 different people. And
That's awesome.
yeah, it's whack, it's crazy, like whack in a good way. So
So that probably makes a lot of sense why they cast her as She-Hulk, because she has to play normal Jen Walters and then She-Hulk transformed. There's a bit of a dichotomy there. We do
yeah.
learn though in episode 1 that unlike Bruce Banner, Jen Walters can control her Hulkisms, and she is very much in control when she greens.
Yes, which is it's really cool. And like, if it had been this way with Bruce in the first place, then we wouldn't have to figure out all this dumb, tricky shit, and we could just get down to green business. Yeah, and it is
We would
nice.
have lost like the entire subplot of Avengers Infinity War. Because that's like the entire subplot is him like trying to like get his mojo back.
Yeah, which was like honestly a waste of time. Ooh.
Waste. Back of the line.
Right? But then we wouldn't have gotten that weird relationship between him and Scarlett Johansson's character.
Fucking what? Yeah,
Anyway,
so weird.
she's dead. He's a smart Hulk. Doesn't matter anymore. It's off the table. So, oh, spoiler alert. Sort
Oh yeah, ScarJo died. If you
Hi,
haven't known
bitch.
that.
So, okay. So anyway, um, there weren't. Do you know what? All in all, there weren't any like, oh, aha, this is amazing moments in this episode. It was just like, oh, She-Hulk, cool. I'll watch the next one.
Yeah, like this that's where I am right now. Like I had fun with the training montage. And you know, okay, one thing that I despise
Hmm.
more than heterosexuals themselves is is when a TV season has the first episode is takes place like in the middle of the final climax, and then the rest of the episodes are the flashback of how they got there, and then the last episode is the conclusion. Like there's literally like 8 episodes in the middle that are exposition and flashback to get you up to that climax. I hate that. This first episode, they did all that exposition in one episode. I guess it's necessary. I prefer early on. You know, I think Miss Marvel, which is the last show we watched, had that exposition episode in 4 or 5. I can't remember which one. I don't like when it's too late in the season too, because it kind of takes the wind out of the sails as you're building momentum. So
Yeah.
I appreciate its placement. I don't love flashback episodes, but you know they did the best they could. So I'm this is a yeah, I had fun. I don't know how I feel about it going forward, but I'm into it.
I will watch more. I
Yeah,
will maybe wear purple
I
and green.
this is really minute, but I love the purple and green color palette they've used for the logo.
Yeah.
It feels very 90s, and I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something very 90s about it.
Hmm.
Okay, so I guess like it's not a shining sparkling review, but it's a good one. It's a good one.
Yeah, like if I had to rank this out of 5, I would give this like 3 Sakarian alien ships out of 5.
Hmm. And I would give this a ooh, yeah, 3 bags of Cheetos eaten by chopsticks.
Oh, that's a good one. I
Yeah.
forgot about that. Yeah, good call. Good call.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you're saying 3 out of 5.
threes across the board, yeah. Hmm.
Threes across the board. Okay.
Yeah, room to move and flirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So if you're on board the 3 train, let us know. Um you can listen to this episode and you're listening right now, so you can listen to past episodes and episodes in the future
Hmm.
at comicbooksyndicate.com or on Spotify, Apple iTunes, pretty much wherever you find podcasts to listen to. You just search Full Volume Pod or FVP and the Comic Book Syndicate Network, and there we will be talking about all your favorite Marvel Disney Plus TV shows from now until the end of our death,
Eternity.
eternity, because Kevin Feige will outlive everybody, and there'll always be this shit. So
Yep, that's
yeah.
true. That is very
Mhm.
true. Is there any other like news media we need to cap up on? I think everybody at this point should know that Avengers Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars has been announced. So put that in your calendar for 2024 and 2025.
Because
Hmm.
it's going to be Yeah, phase 4 was a little dry, but it's going to be a bumpy ass ride. I feel like
Right.
we're gonna get once D23 hits. I feel like we're gonna get finally get an X-Men and a Fantastic Four announcement.
I heard I
Mm.
heard some tea that apparently the X-Men, the reason it's not moving forward is because the actors from First Class are still under contract until 2024, and so they can't even proceed with new movies.
That's fine. That's like in 2 years.
That's true.
Give
Yeah,
us
they could
some
do.
Fantastic Four, please.
Yeah, oh yeah, I agree. Yeah, we need news on Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
Do it right. Do it
yeah.
right, Disney. For the love of God, do it right. This is your
Uh,
fourth attempt after the
yeah.
90s one, the 2000s one, and the 2010s one.
Ugh, God.
Oh,
I mean, just if you're gonna share, do it. Just share then. Sony did it with Spidey. Just share until 2024, please.
yeah. All right.
Anyway, okay.
What a rant to cap off on.
Who are we if not drag queens?
Here we are.
I have been so blah blah blah. This has been me, G.I. Jolie.
And this has been me, Harvey B.
Ooh, I like it.
Harvey B.
Until next time, keep it loud.
Keep it at full volume. Rawr. Hulk out.
Ooh. Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Bye-bye.
Bye. We never end that like straight face.
No, never.